What's going on, everyone? This is ODC. It's me, and I'm back with another action figure review. This is my review of the Marvel Legends Captain America wave, aka the Red Skull Onslaught Build-A-Figure wave. This is Mockingbird, a figure that has been eluding from this line for a long time. We have never had a version of her. This is the first time in Marvel Legends that we're ever even getting this figure. Hopefully down the line we get her classics version as well. I would love that. I'm not saying that I don't appreciate this modern look, because I do. I like this look as well, but something about that classic look, really, I mean, that, and I want to finish off my classic West Coast Avengers. So, I mean, I would definitely love to have a classic Mockingbird, and I'm sure a lot of you out there would agree with me. Yeah, I really do actually like this figure a lot. And it's been a long time since I have been able to really enjoy a female body mold from Hasbro. This is probably one of their best. I would say might be one of the best body molds. Unfortunately, the paint and certain areas are just not up to snuff. The lines don't connect at the right points that they're supposed to, and then when they do, you kind of have her pigeon-toed, which, I don't know, that does not look right. And you can't, the hard part is that you can't pop out the hip joints, you know, swivel them outward. So where she actually needs to stand, which is right here, now she looks... Now the suit just looks way off. It's just something that they really, I don't think they're ever just going to get a hold of fixing, because I don't know, you know, I don't know whether it's just laziness on their part or they just don't give a shit. I'm leaning towards they just don't give a shit, because this has been an ongoing thing for years with Hasbro. A lot of their problems with their figures are their line work and their paints. Their paints are just god-awful. I mean, look at half the Black Series head sculpts when it comes to humanoid-looking figures. They're just god-awful. But for the most part, this figure has a really good face sculpt when you take her glasses off, and they are removable, as you just saw right there. I feel like the eyes, and my good friend Strident pointed this out when we were talking about this figure on our podcast. We both agreed that her eyes are just too far apart. It's almost like you could fit a third eye right in the middle, right there. It should just be maybe like 1 centimeter over. This right eye could be 1 centimeter over, but maybe actually both could be about a ½ centimeter over, and they would be perfect, I think. Even just like maybe a couple millimeters over. Not much, and it would fix the face, I think. And then when you put the glasses on, the problem with this is the illusion that the eyes are just so far apart now because of the way the glasses are shaped. If I can get her little silly glasses on here. Put your glasses on, girl. The hell's the matter with you? There we go. Now, the illusion that the glasses give are that her eyes are just so far apart because how pointy they are, and then they actually, it seems like to fit the eyes in the right places on the glasses, they actually seems like they had to widen the face out a little bit, at least on the upper portion of the head, to get her eyes to fit through the translucent glasses. So, I mean, I get why they had to do it, but I'd rather the eyes not fit the glasses and have a better face sculpt, to be honest with you. Like I said, it's not the worst face sculpt. When you take the glasses off, she actually has a pretty decent face. It just could be improved, that's all. Some of the best range of motion I've ever seen on a female figure is on this figure, to be honest with you. But we'll get to that in a second. Let me just stand her up and pan out a little bit. She does come with the 2 batons that is included with the Daredevil figure, just in a silver plastic. It's not even painted. And she also comes with the torso and shoulder pads of Onslaught. So I think it looks pretty good for the most part. When I get the arms and the other leg, I'll be pretty happy, and then I just gotta wait for the Magneto Onslaught head to pop on this bad boy. So yeah, best range of motion I've seen on a female figure in a long time, I'll be honest with you. This might be the best figure as far as range of motion goes. Her head, I'll be honest, pretty limited. So I'll take that back when it comes to the head. But that's been an ongoing theme with Hasbro Marvel Legends for a while. And that's usually the theme with most female characters, because they have this long hair. It gets in the way, and you can't really do anything with it. If I can take her head off, I will. But she does have a hinge joint there, so she can look down if you want her to, just a little bit. But the hair gets in the way so much that it's almost pointless. She can swivel a little bit side to side, but not too much. The rest of the articulation from the neck down is really good. She does have a really good ab crunch. It crunches very nicely, forward and back. And it does pivot side to side, so she's got that nice diaphragm joint. And it does swivel as well. So, I mean, you get all the range of motion that you need out of this diaphragm joint, which I think is a huge plus. Also, I really like the new sculpting for her suit. It looks really good. Why can't we get this on a consistent basis? I'll never know, because I don't work for Hasbro. But even her gauntlets here are sculpted nicely. They really, I guess, had more budget with this character and Taskmaster than the other figures, which is very odd. But even the boots are nicely sculpted. These knee pads and the boots itself, these little clasps right here on the boot look really good. The belt is nicely sculpted. It's not a separate piece, thank God. It just looks so much cleaner. This is a really nice figure. The arms do go up really nicely. Good range of motion there. We got a full 360. And then we have the single bend at the elbow. But it gets a little bit more than 90 degrees, which is pretty nice, I have to admit, for a single bend. And she does obviously have the swivel there. And then she's got a swivel at the wrist and the hinge joint at the wrist. Like I said, we've already covered the diaphragm joint articulation. Really good splits, to be honest with you. I think this is probably, like I said, the best figure when it comes to range of motion. The legs go forward really nice. They don't really go back, but that's pretty much the theme with Marvel Legends, is that the butt sculpt gets in the way. No big deal there. I'm not really broken up about that. Upper thigh swivel, double jointed knees. She does have an ankle hinge and the ankle pivot, and she does have two peg holes at the bottom of her feet. And I think this is a really good figure. This might be I actually might like this figure. Oh, I don't know if I want to say that. I might like this figure a little bit more than Taskmaster. I don't know. Maybe not, because I don't have a Taskmaster, but I also don't have a Mockingbird, so I don't know. I guess I would like them equally. I don't want to pin one up against the other. I think they're both solid figures. Her batons should have been newly sculpted batons. That's just me. What I would have done, I would have went the extra mile, because if you already did a good job with the from head to toe on this figure, then why not go the extra mile and just give her own batons? But they didn't do that, so. But overall, I really do like this figure. I think it's probably one of the best in the wave next to Taskmaster. And I'd say it's the second best. I would say 1A, 1B are, Tasky and Mockingbird here. But, yeah, I really do like this figure. And I'm glad that we actually got a good version of her, because we never had one before. So maybe that's why she got a little bit more loving, because we never had a version of her before, and this is her first version. So, would I recommend this figure? Yes, I would. And, yeah, I would definitely recommend this figure. She's really good. And she's easy to pose, too. I don't have any issues with her falling over. She's got too much weight on her back or anything like that. You know what I mean? It's pretty simple. She's a pretty simple figure that looks really good. I think. So that's pretty much it for me. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you for watching as always, and I will see you guys on the flip side.